This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my engineer Rebel. Anyhow, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. We're live Tuesday. It's always Giving Tuesdays. Give to your favorite charities. And this is a special show because we're live on over 100 outlets as usually around the world. I'm on the road still for another month. I've been on the road since, 2 days before the Oscars, March 8th. That's how long I've been traveling. This is it. I'm semi-retired. Next year I'm retired, and we're rocking and roll with everything. See, Bill's laughing because he can understand. He's retired. He's having fun. But, it's good to see our good friend Bill Mazie. I don't know what his wife is doing, but it's all about the Restroom Kit. One of my favorite products. Rachel may jump on because she's going through stuff right now, and she's going, I need to have that. I'm like, well, get your ass on the show. Bill would love to send you stuff. She would love to have it on Coffee Talk. She's like, I can have it on Coffee Talk. Well, get your ass on the show. So here's the thing about that. We broadcast live on over 100 outlets around the world right now. Pandora, Amazon, iTunes, everything, you name it. And streaming worldwide on iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. WomenOnTV.tv, iTunes 247. And here's the thing. Country Box, for anybody who loves boxing in Nashville, is not only once a month now, it is twice a month now. Jimmy Adams, happy birthday. Montague Pope LeBeau, happy birthday to you guys. Jimmy's really doing well with that. He's got some great music acts going on in Nashville, Tennessee. It's at the Troubadour. So let's see, when's the next date? October 1st and October 15th, both Tuesdays, just on our shows. So that's a good thing. Howard, I didn't get a chance to show you a photo that you were at the National Film Festival, but I'm going to let you talk about it because I like this film festival. They have great films that are coming on now, which is great. And so, Barry, people have been talking about your mask. They've been talking about the EnergyLounger. That's all I've been hearing. They want to know what's going on with you, what's been happening with all the stuff you're doing, and Howard's nodding his head because he knows. I love this product. We found him at CES. I can't wait to see him again in person. But a lot of women and men, especially Howard, are interested in what the EnergyLounger does. And we get a chance to talk about that mask in a minute. So, Nicole, it's good to have you here. This is your first time on Movie Reviews and More. Obviously, a couple people know all the things that you do. I'm going to let you start off. Let's talk about who you are, where you come from, because I love my Canadian friends. And it's always about supporting small business, mom and pop products, women owned, helping all those businesses around the world. Welcome to Movie Reviews and More. Tell us who you are, where you're coming from, and why I liked you, because Rachel wanted to have you on the show badly.
Yeah, and where is she? Well, maybe she'll come in. But yes, thank you. All the wonderful connections that introduce you to the people and experiences and opportunities that sometimes you just got to say yes. And I would say that's so much. I gotta open this up here with what I do. Well, I would say I'm a networker. I'm a circulation expert. I am a Chinese medicine doctor of acupuncture. So I study the meridians and traditional healing methods. I really love, I was just drawn to the natural healing remedies, traditions around the world. So that has brought me to travel many places, like in particular Asia. I love Oceania, the Pacific Rim, really. It's like all these places around there. I currently live in Calgary, Canada, Alberta. but I'm kind of a bit nomadic. I've lived many places and travel around, and I just love bringing the wisdom that I gain into everyday lives.
It's all about that healing.
Is that good?
It's important, isn't it?
Yeah. And I have another major connection why I'm here is because I have a show on a partner station, W4WN, the Women for Women Network, also hosted by Talk4 TV. It's called The Language of Healing, and it's Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our lovely engineer Rebel, she's helped me out many times with that show as well.
You are so kind. Thank you.
Yeah, we have to always give props to our engineer Rebel. I kind of call her a goddess, but I call her many things. But it's always really, really good. And if you guys get in the private chat, put your social media links in, that would be great. She can run at the bottom. And Howard, welcome. It's good to see you, Howard, my friend. We got a lot of great things going on, which is why I jumped in last minute, and I thought the show had started already. That's how chaotic things have been. We got invited to the AFI Film Festival, got invited to Toy Fest next February. We've already been credentialed for CES, the car show in Los Angeles, and I can't even do all of these anymore. So, Bill, when I have stuff coming in New York and Maryland, and you can get up there with your beautiful wife, I'm going to let you go and have fun and be part of what we're doing. Like I always said back in, 2017, when I met you way, way back. It seems so far ago now, like almost 8 years ago now, isn't it? And since I'm on you, Bill, talk about who you are, that first responder, that veteran, small business, but the guy that kicks ass with his wife and a great product. And it's the only one around the world that we've been able to find, the Restroom Kit. All right, Bill, talk about why we like this product, because I was talking about two people that didn't even know about it. They go, I got to have it. Well, turns out he's on tonight's show. So go ahead, Bill, take it away.
Man, I'm going to say this. I was trying to figure out how long it's been since we actually met. And it's been maybe close to 10 years, man. So I'm going to say that I've probably done this show several times. I want to just shout you out and say I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to be a part of what you guys do, you and all the girls, man. So I want to make sure I say publicly, we love you. We appreciate what you do for us. And I look forward to continuing doing this over the years.
And I'm in Chicago, Bill, and Linda Steele says hi. So she still checks out everything that you do, just like you check out everything Linda does.
Yes, I do. No doubt about it. So again, my name is Bill Massey. I'm the founder and CEO of Time Away LLC. We make this wonderful product called the Restroom Kit. And Brian told you a lot about some of the people that we serve. It's actually a small kit that you can carry in your hands and your backpack and your car. And it comes with everything you need when you restroom. It comes with a patented oversized toilet seat cover, 3 feet of 3-ply toilet paper, hand and tush wipe. That means it has everything that you need. It's yours. It's individually sealed, so nobody else germs or bacteria comes on this kit. It's yours. Another great thing about this thing is great for kids as well as adults and seniors. No one can go without using something like this. And how many times you ever been to a restroom and you didn't have everything you need? Well, if you got the restroom kit, that's a problem solved. So it's a global product. We sold it worldwide, and we're looking forward to doing more business, extending our product line. And I don't want to take up all the time because we got other people on here, but this has been a process that we just love going through. So that being said, I know how hard entrepreneurship can be, but this has been a total love fest producing this product and bringing it to life.
Hey, Bill, talk about being that first responder and that veteran, how it started. You get to tell your story because it's important, but also getting into hospitals, police, being on, what was it, Shark Tank, and winning, what did you win, $10,000?
Yes. So we were on Shark Tank initially. We won $10,000 doing Steve Harvey Thunderdome. We won money doing a lot of things, grants through people like SCORE. We've been on Yahoo Finance, any number of places that's given us notoriety over the years. So what I try not to do is, I don't want to boast about what we do. I want to make sure that we put this in everybody's hand. As Brian said, we can go into government contracting. Wherever there's a toilet, that's where we belong. And that's as simple as that. You know, our slogan is protect your bottom. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to protect individuals' bottom, no matter where they're at, whether they're at an event, a concert, a football game, a pee-wee football game, or whatever the case may be. We always know when you go into public restrooms, they are not the cleanest and they're not always supplied properly. But that's why we have this product right here. We want to make sure that you never go into a bathroom undersupplied.
And Bill, talk about the pink ones for women.
Okay, well, Brian, I'm going to print. Look, here's the pink one. The pink one comes with a panty liner in it. So we expanded our product line. We also have hand wipe. We have hand sanitizers, and the pink one comes with a panty liner in it. So while we're talking about expanding product lines, so many people have asked us over the years, so why don't you just sell the seat cover by itself? Because it's a patented oversized seat cover. So next year, I got it upside down. Next year, we're coming out with our own seat cover. So we're going to sell that individually. So people have been asking for things. Our customers ask, our clients ask, we trying to deliver to every extent that they ask for. You know, I think it's just been a blessing for us to take something such as the Restroom Kit and just bring it to life. So again, it's been a pleasure doing this. I don't know what's going to come next, but I love this thing and I love the opportunities that it's given us. We just came from Amazon Accelerate last week, one of the greatest summits I've ever been a part of. And that ended our summer. And the beginning of the summer, we had an opportunity to have the Restroom Kit posted on Times Square. And my wife is from New York. You know, they say you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So that was the reason for us to be putting out our product in Times Square. It was absolutely wonderful to see our billboard up in Times Square, and then to come around to be a part of the Amazon Accelerate program. And that's just sellers getting invited to Seattle, Washington, to be a part of this great summit. And the thing about the summit is we got so much good information with AI coming aboard, or AI being a part of every aspect of our business right now. And I'm sure that you guys are going to be getting more into AI. If you didn't, Amazon is implementing so much AI into that platform, and it's going to make it a lot easier for individuals to become better sellers of their products. So, and it's been a whirlwind for me over the last year. I'm looking forward to expanding products and just becoming just a better entrepreneur, a better leader for my team. And as you talk about Jimmy Adams, my Jimmy Adams is doing okay too.
See, and that's important, because when that billboard was in New York, I'm like, good for him. He deserves it, because and Barry and Nicole and even Howard, you guys know what it's like when you first start a product in a business. Nothing is easy, and it takes time, whether it's film, art, music, you name it. A toy invention. We've helped a lot of people, and that's why I like when people can come on. You can always come on and do something, and that's a great thing. So I was just gonna have Barry come on. We just lost him for a minute, but he's gonna be back. Oh, there he is. So Barry, you're up next. Let's talk about your product, because you've been busy doing a lot of stuff too, and I can't wait to see you in a couple months. The year has gone by quick. January is just like, bam, and we're gonna be back in January again. What's been happening with the EnergyLounger? And Howard wants to know about this mask, and Nicole doesn't know about this mask.
Well, we've been doing so much since we last spoke. We've been going to varying trade shows all over America, showcasing EnergyLounger, from everything from chiropractic shows to fitness shows, spa shows. We've been really getting out there and showing people the capability of what red light therapy can do from a recovery perspective, and also accelerated healing. But yeah, we were getting asked time and time again, what about our face? And I said, just hold off, just wait a minute. Just wait it. Give me a minute. So we're working and have been actively promoting a facial mask for home use. So this has 2 different frequencies. For those of you listening that don't know what red light therapy can do for your face, it improves your collagen, elastin. It's literally skin deep. So it actually, as your skin is rejuvenating and it's had access to that red light, it comes through and helps maintain a youthful appearance. And then something that a lot of people suffer from is acne, and blue light has been shown to really be effective at treating acne. So that's really exciting. And yes, someone that came to visit may have been given a little sample, and I think that's how the world found out about it. That's why you come to Miami. You get little light treats from the EnergyLounger.
So Barry, what you don't know, she's shared it. She's been sharing it. We're talking about one of our co-hosts, vocally Nathasha Rumbos. She's been sharing it with her mother, her grandmother, and she's been doing all kinds of posts with it. And people have been asking, what's going on with your face? It looks beautiful. Well, I went to go see Barry with the EnergyLounger in Miami, and I just loved it. I had no idea. But, did you have this in January? Because I didn't know if you did.
No, we didn't. But what we did have in January is, doing all of these shows, you meet a lot of good people around the place, and everyone's in a startup, and everyone's, their true intention is to help humanity. So we ended up forming a bit of a red light collective. And within that collective, we had access to some new products, and we helped other people grow their lines. And, we're all just trying to bring more light to the world and pain-free and drug-free through light therapy. And of course, we will have to show this every day. So the more attractive that can be. I heard Nicole speaking about acupuncture earlier. My sister's an acupuncturist. I've worked a lot around functional medicine and anti-aging. So really, as we can expand the knowledge of what red light therapy is able to do without using drugs and side effects of that, the better for it. So, the face has sort of slap people in the face when they heard about it. Like, what? You've got a face mask too? Why? We didn't know about that. But the red light therapy from a body perspective is really, we've got some amazing testimonials over the last few months of doing these trade shows. We had a guy at a show we were doing recently. He'd had a frozen shoulder for 25 years, and he actually sold a localized cryotherapy device. I asked him if he had 20 minutes. He was a British guy, and New Zealand and Britain have a bit of a humor. And he said, I've been doing cryotherapy on this, and it's still sore. I said, just 20 minutes, mate. And sure enough, miracles happened. And he's still raving about it. Won't actually stop texting me to tell me it's still okay. So, when, as Nicole will know, when you can restore flow, restore energy, whether you call that through a bloodline, through a block in a muscle, or an energetic line, it's literally the speed of light. So things can happen very quickly.
Hey, Barry, give the story and how this came about, because that's important too. Because I remember when I was telling Bill about this, our mutual friend, his really good friend, Jimmy Adams, has problems with his body. I said, this will be good. You're going to be on the show with Barry talking about these things because they go hand in hand. Yeah, Barry.
Well, first of all, the first thing I do when I get to a show is I try to look for the most broken people that I can find to make sure that we're finding the limits of where red light therapy will work or where it won't work. And I'm pleased to say so far we haven't found that. So during COVID, I was working at a resort in China, of all places, and we were bringing in a range of services, and I couldn't find a red light therapy lounger that was ergonomic in design, a fair price point, and very efficacious in a short treatment time. And I hate cleaning, so it had to also be easy to clean. So because I couldn't find it, I teamed up with a European group out of The Hague, and we jointly developed the EnergyLounger together. And we met at CES, which was, I think, only our second or third show in the States, because January we had a busy time. But that's how the Energy Lounger came about. Now, the mask, as I said, as a collective, we're meeting other people, and they had this mask and they were not great at selling it. So they said, Barry, would you mind helping, spread the love of red light and blue light facials? And I said, it'll be my pleasure, because everyone's asking me, what about the face when they get on the lounger? So that's the story. It's a great story of innovation, of seeing a need in the market, but truly wanting to help people. And if you can help take people out of pain, it is really a rewarding experience.
So Howard, you get a chance to tell them who you are, what room you're in, what you're wearing, and your art, because you guys, you and Bill, I'm finding art. I'm finding some great art out there. Go ahead, Howard. Oh, we don't have your volume for you, Howard. How did that happen? Howard, come in, come out. We don't have any volume. You probably can hear us, I'm sure, but come in and out. Nicole, let's talk about healing.
Hey.
What did
Yeah,
you
well,
like
I have
about
some.
Barry?
I
Go ahead.
got some side notes, regarding Barry's work and
Bill's
the
product
light.
too.
Yeah, of course. I have some questions, Bill. Actually, I was wondering. Okay, maybe I can hammer it out real quick. Being from someone who likes camping a lot and being in the outdoors and being a woman, it's like hard to just go out there. So, are there any plans in the works to help us outdoorsy peoples?
I go through with my advisory board, what can we do to make this thing better for everyone? My target market is women 35 to 65. That's it. So they are the people who make this thing possible for me. So I think that most of the time we can add more to the product. The product that you see here is a single-use product, but what we have is a total toiletry bag. So you can put everything in it. So if you needed more wipes, a lot more toilet paper, or whatever you needed to really put in that bag, you can put in this toilet bag. It probably would last you anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how you use it. And then another thing we are working on is just sustainability when it comes to campers, because we want to make sure that we do as much as we can to keep the earth, valid, vibrant, for lack of a better term, so we don't want to do too much damage. So we are developing more towards camping, but at this time we have what we call a blue case to make sure that you have enough of what you need once you're in the field. And as Bryant was saying, we deal with the military. So we got soldiers that's going, that has, I don't know if any one of you guys are in the military, but in their MLKs, they have this little piece of brown toilet paper. So even with that, we're trying to improve not only campers, but soldiers in the militaries when they are out in the field also.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay.
That's good. So Amazon, we can find that on Amazon, because
Yes,
I'm new. I'm totally new to everybody.
Okay. Definitely, you can find the blue and the pink kit on Amazon, and we sell them in quantities from 3 to 60 packs on Amazon, and it's one of the top rated houseware on Amazon. So it's a high value product on Amazon. So I'm not pulling your leg, because I was thinking that when we first developed it, and people was asking us, well, I think we need this. I think we need this. And I'm like, man, y'all don't need this. I just developed it for my family. And we put it on Amazon and made it a Prime product. And all of a sudden, this thing just started taking off. So to be honest, I was surprised. But as we continue to go on throughout the years, it's just becoming more and more into demand. And I'm just happy for my business partners, the guys who invested in us, to make sure that this thing goes through. I'm sure all you guys, as far as being entrepreneurs, you know how hard it is to go out here and get money sometimes. And just to I have 50 investors, and they started with me some time ago. And I promise you, they're friends and family, and hadn't had a word out of them. They like the direction that our product is going in. So I'm very happy about what's going on with us right now.
Hey, before I go back to you, Howard, do we have you sound?
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Tell us who
Can you
you
hear
are,
me?
where you're coming from,
Okay.
what you're wearing. Yep.
Okay. I'm Howard Wiggins. I'm son of Little Roy Wiggins, plays steel guitar for Eddie Arnold. I'm one of the world's 35 leading interior designers. I'm an actor, and who's going to take care of me? It's a movie coming up in Hollywood. I've got another one coming where I play a policeman in Without Warning. I'm in a book with Diana Farbird where I play a rabbit's voice named Nigel. There's just a lot of things going on with me. If you go to my Facebook page, I've got a design called Stacked and Layered, and I do a lot of posting on that. I'm in my Oriental bedroom, dressed Western, so East meets West today.
Love it.
And yeah, and talk about acupuncture. I'm 71. When I got about 68, I started to get a little knee problems. And I thought, I'm not going to a doctor, because if I go to a doctor, they'll just look at my age and try to give me new knees. I went and took acupuncture. I did it for about a year, and they also do it on your face. So I did it on my face also. And it worked. I don't have any knee pains. I've never had anything replaced, and I'm going strong. So
I love it.
even when I was 65, I walked 53 and a half miles in one day when I was turned 65. And I could beat that again, but I had to recharge my phone. I didn't have a fist or whatever you call it. I had to go back and recharge it. I outlasted my phone. So anyway, that's who I am.
I got to say this. Howard looks better than most men who are 30, 40, and 50. And I'm not kidding when I say that. He really does, because he does take care of himself. And I couldn't be prouder of them. And like Barry, he's been talking about your mask, telling him this is good for men who are over 71. I want to be that person to showcase it. He's not kidding, Barry.
Well, I want to go on with my career. I mean, let's face it, you reach a certain age and you start age a little faster. So I want another 10 years that I can be active. So at least.
So Barry,
Yeah, and all that
because I
stuff
got
like
the in,
acupuncture and like Barry's, it's the light is all frequency, right? It's like a vibration, and everything, even our cells hold memory and they're vibrating certain things. So if we can cancel it out with something that reminds us of original state, then there's no real reason that we should be like holding these like wrinkles or holding these rigid thought patterns, right? Like we can renew and restore and regenerate and live long, happy,
I have a
healthy
lady
life.
friend. I have a lady friend that's 6 years older than me, and she looks like Dolly. And she says, just keep walking, keep social, don't do the same thing over and over. She walks 8 miles a day, and you would not guess her age either. So, I mean, some people age differently than others, but you've got to work at it. I mean, it didn't come easy. You've got to eat right, you got to exercise, you got to do what you do to stay social, and you keep going with life. And when you do, it's so much more enjoyable than sitting around watching The Price is Right to the day I die.
All right, let's take a look at this.
So, anyway.
Looks relaxing. Does that come portable for like apartment condo size living?
It's just carry on. Honestly, it'll just fit in the overhead bins.
Okay, great. Done. Sold.
Hey, Barry, talk about what people have been liking about this lately.
Look, the shows that we go to, if you've never seen red light therapy before, honestly, I understand the skepticism. You walk in, you see some shiny red lights like you see when you're driving in a traffic jam and thinking, what's that going to do? So where we're finding, really great benefits is in that pain market where we're at a trade show. We don't have time to go through a lot of, and Brian, you saw us, we're almost like a high-speed sushi shop. People are just fuel going through the EnergyLounger session. So just relieving people's pain, the comfort. The best analogy I think someone said is, I didn't realize it would feel like a warm hug on a cold day. And I'm like, oh, can I borrow that? Can I use that? Because when you touch the EnergyLounger is not warm. It's the infrared going into the body that then warms the body. And really that's where the magic is, removing those blockages and natural pain relief. When it comes to the face, because the face is skin deep, it's that cellular rejuvenation, as I said, don't put it on one day and expect you'll see, wow, I look so different. But when you're using it regularly, it's because you're getting the cells that are coming through, they're already being pre-activated. So that's able to get more and more youthful looking appearance and a healthier skin.
Hey, so
Terri,
Nicole,
doesn't your cell copy the cell? Like if your cells get better, they produce better cells? Don't they copy each other?
Yeah, so what happens with red light therapy is it activates your mitochondria, and your mitochondria produces something called ATP, which is then signaling the cells. So if we say copy cells, that's how cancer grows. So we want to be careful what we say when we say it copies a cell. Well, what we want to say is we rejuvenate the cell, and those healthy cells then have a better communication. So they're circulating better with what you're doing. Correct diet, exercise is important, nutrition, sleep, all key cornerstones of well-being, and you throw in red light into that, and you're really able to see some great benefits.
Hey, Nicole, talk about your show. What's special about it? And why should people chime in on it?
Oh, what's special about it? Well, that's a great question. I think that I bring a different flair. The East meets West. I've spent a lot of time in China and Asia, as I said, studying, and seeing how they practice medicine there. And I see how we practice medicine here in Canada and the US. And, there's this bridge that needs to happen. So part of my mission is also to bring the light, like Barry, just illuminate life and bring some sense of ease and flow into life. And Chinese medicine philosophies are like endless metaphors and stories, and it's observation through millennia. So my show is kind of like my take on relating that. When I work with somebody one-on-one, I can almost paint this picture for them of the landscape of their body and tailor, do this to balance these elements, it's like a frequency. Just you have this, the antidote is this. And so I'm hoping to, reach, it's a universal language, right? Like healing, health, how our bodies function. So the more I can just bring that out and it helps me share what I'm here for, I guess. Why should they tune in? Well, it's entertaining and insightful. And, right now we have the pipe man, Dean Piper, as a co-host, who's always charismatic and adds a lot to the conversation as well. He's very well versed in health and healing, and also the fun bits of life, like travel and music and enjoying life as an adventure. That's what I'm all about, and that's what the show's all about. So it's a project that I'm still working on and building building up, because it's like as an entrepreneur, we have our hands in many pots. And so it's like juggling the plates, and it's just like a little cohesive package that is a fun thing for me to do. Creative.
It's all important. It's all connected.
Yeah.
See, Marion.
Thanks, Marion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, talk about, you were at the Nashville Film Festival. I wasn't able to get there. I don't think they know that, but hopefully.
Yeah,
Talk about the movie you saw.
I went to see When the Music Stops, and it was very entertaining because when COVID hit, all the small little venues that had live music were suffering because people couldn't gather, and they were losing business, losing money. And it's where, especially from Nashville, everywhere you go, there's somebody entertaining. So these little small venues are the jumping board to become a star. I mean, you could do those around town, and then you get discovered by the right person. And Taylor Swift, and they listed several people that started by doing that way and met the right people in those venues. So what happened was these businesses, the big corporations, they started coming in and buying those businesses and kind of forcing them out if they didn't want to or not, and to get money and revenue into to Nashville to get it going again. Well, the Exit Inn is who they really focused on, and the owner of the Exit Inn kind of didn't want to do that. So he went and passed some laws where that if it happens again, the government has got money set aside. So the big monopolies can't take over their business, because that's what was happening. And when the big monopolies take over the business, then they're going to go through Ticketmaster to do the tickets. You're going to have a big celebrity because they're going to charge a lot to go see them. And so the new people coming up haven't got a chance. So they got a law simply passed for that. Now they got to fund and put the money into the law. But that's where it stands. But the one thing I came out walking out with, there's a handful of people that made things happen. So you do have a voice. We are still American. What we say can go a long ways. And that, I thank them at the end of the movie, because if it wasn't for them, this wouldn't have happened. I mean, they could have taken their money and run and left a good life, but then everybody after them would have suffered. So it was a very good movie. I loved it. So
yeah, it was very, very good. It's the 55th annual Nashville Film Festival. Opening night was Devo and Rebel Country. They actually had two back to back. Diane Warren was there. Last year when I was telling you about Gloria Gaynor, me and Howard went. I'm still talking about that movie. I Will Survive. Still excellent with all the stuff that's there. Barry, some of the people that are commenting, feel free, talk about it now. They like what they're seeing. A lot of these people have never heard about the Energy Lounger. They haven't seen it in person. Where can they go check it out? Where are you going to be next?
So if you go on our website, we support the businesses that are allowing us to promote where the Energy Lounger is. So as we're growing through America, you'll be able to see on EnergyLounger.com locations where you can call and book to make a booking. And then also if you follow our socials on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, we're always promoting where we're going to our next shows. Our next show is actually this weekend at the Ultimate Fajina Forum here in Miami. So we'll have the Energy Lounger there, giving out sessions all day long, helping people understand what red light is and having an experience. Miami's our home base. So for those of you that are visiting Miami, you're always welcome to reach out to me at simply Barry at EnergyLounger.com. And we've got some exciting things coming up with our space here in Miami. I can't release too much tonight, but if you thought the face mask was exciting, wait till you get me next on the show.
I kind of got you booked for the beginning of January at CES just in case.
That's it. Look, hey, as we're building, our network here, we're able to get access to a lot more things, and when you can get those things in a small space that people can experience, miracles can happen. Seriously.
See, Bill, Aren't you glad I put you on with him? Because
Let me say this, I know you want to ask a question. Nicole and Barry, I am fascinated with what you guys do. So I'm a service disabled veteran, and I have gone through stints of acupuncture. Initially I didn't find it. It didn't make me better, for lack of a better. But I say that because I don't know if the person who was giving it to me was proficient enough to make me feel more comfortable. So I rescheduled some acupuncture with a new acupuncturist, if that's what it's called. And I'm very fascinated with the red light therapy. I've heard of it. I never got into it, but I'm thinking that I got two professionals here who vouch for this therapy. I am going to definitely get more involved in it and research it a bit more. So Barry, don't be surprised if you get an email from me about this. And Nicole, we're gonna have to take part in your show so I can, I want to be like Howard when I turn 71. You know what I'm saying? Refreshed, revived. I'm feeling better than I felt when I was 21. So definitely, I appreciate you guys and what you guys are doing. And Howard, he's just an inspiration, all by himself. So I'm happy just to be on here with you guys. And Brian was right. You put people with people who can enhance what you do and make you feel good while they are doing it. So I'm just happy enough to be a part of this panel with you guys. Y'all are awesome. And I want to definitely be reaching out to you guys.
Bill, give your website.
TheRestroomKit.com for the Restroom Kit. But we are a product development company. And then the product development part of my company is TimeAwayLLC.com. So anybody who's going through the development stages of putting a product to market, we help go through all those facets, from trademarking, any intellectual property, whatever the case may be, all the way to getting into store shelves. So again, therestroomkit.com, you can get everything you need. Amazon.com for the restroom kits, and Time Away LLC as far as just help going through the process of bringing a product to life.
Barry, what's the strangest thing that people have told you about the EnergyLounger? And for those people who did know about the mask, like Tosh, like I said, she has not stopped talking about it. If you watch any of the YouTube shorts I put up, one got 600 and something 600 views. The other one got 800, and the other one's almost to 1,000. What's interesting, she was not prepared for it healing her body when she went in.
I think you've answered your question, but Bill, we actually support a VA up the road here in Boca, and we walked into their amazing facility and it was full, and we just said, well, you've got a waiting room here. What better place to treat veterans while they're waiting? So they're actually not waiting anymore. They're getting red light therapy in the reception.
Wow.
Well, that's good to hear. Maybe it's something that
every doctor to do that.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about getting up this way. I'm in DC and you're on the East Coast, so maybe I can talk to a few more veterans and we find out what this thing is all about.
Thank you. Well, I think to answer your question, I was at a trade show and I literally saw a lady crying walking out with this back spasm, and I just said, look, come over to the EnergyLounger. We'd actually partnered on that booth with a product called Power Plate. So we gave her 20 minutes on the EnergyLounger, 3 minutes just doing some simple stretching exercises on the Power Plate. And she went the whole rest of the show out of pain. She left us a wonderful testimonial. She got on crying, got off crying because she was so happy that she was pain-free. So I think the most amazing stories are those stories, but just I get to see it every day because I'm doing this every day. And Tash came into our showroom and spent some time with us having some experiences, but those are actually normal because she's not in a particularly bad way. But the people that are in a bad way and then take ownership of their own well-being, it's amazing what can happen. And I don't mean by any means that we're a standalone therapy. We are certainly part of the puzzle of putting people back together. And Bill, stick with acupuncture, try red light. These things are not always instant. They do take a little bit of time to rebuild the body, rebuild those cells. Mm-hmm. And when you've had some serious traumas like you've had, you're kind of having to go quite far back to do the repair, and then bring that back to your full homeostasis, your ultimate functioning self.
Okay. I will take the advice, and I'm in the process of rescheduling some of the acupuncture. So I'm not going to give up on it at all. I appreciate your kind words.
I just want to say that your heart is so, I can feel your heart, Bill, when you're speaking, and that just like, when that hits you.
Yeah,
and I respect your entrepreneurship and respect your service. As they say, I'm a child of military. That's how I got my nomadic roots, and the trials and tribulations. And I think in Canada and US, we don't give enough respect to that aspect.
It's appreciated. Thank you very much. It's well appreciated.
Sorry to budge in there, but it's just
it's no problem at all.
Feel lots of gratitude for being here too with everyone.
Nicole, it was your turn, but I wanted to say some of Bill's problems is on Sundays he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, so you never know what's going to happen. I could just see him sitting in a chair and his body going like this.
Why you had to go there? Why? You just had to
like
do that.
Sensory overload. Stress.
I was having a great show until you started that right there.
Go ahead, Howard.
Barry, don't you have locations where we can go and sit on the lounger, or is it just in Miami? Aren't there other places we can go? But
yeah, so if you go onto our website, www.energylounger.com, and just click, you will actually see the locations that are current. Those are sort of going up by 10 locations every week, so do keep an eye on that site. We've just recently done a couple of installs in New York, so Bill's still a little bit too far from you, but getting closer. Yes. We are also aggressively trying to bring more and more awareness at the same time as more and more locations, because businesses also have to trust what we are doing in a very short period of time to bring in this modality into their facilities.
Can you tell us what it would cost to, like my wife's got trouble, and to visit one of these chairs and pay to do it? How much? Can you tell us the price?
So each location, because their rents are different, have a slightly varying in price. But a normal 20-minute session is booked at about a 30-minute booking, and it ranges anywhere from $40 up, depending on the Times Square. Yeah, I think you're looking at closer to $100, but
New York.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it is an affordable session, and that's why chiropractors are now bringing more and more into chiropractic clinics, because it's so complementary to them. Practitioners like Nicole, when they have a larger practice and they're looking at adding in modalities, it's such an easy add-in because it's still a chair. So that's why the waiting room example, Bill, I wanted to let you know, like, it's still a chair. You turn it on, you've got red light therapy and infrared at the same time. You turn it off, it's still a comfortable chair that hopefully you can watch those Dallas Cowboys do their thing by the sound of it. So people do literally have them in their living rooms in some condos around here, but they also put them in their wellness rooms. But yeah, more and more hotels, more and more chiropractic centers.
So people are buying it for their own home use?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And what does that run? Or can you say? If you
of course,
want to
I can say it's, yeah. So the list price is $24,995. And we normally do a friends and family of 19,995.
Okay.
Plus freight. So it's an investment. It's not sort of like, oh well, I'll save up a few Starbucks and I'll get one. But that's why we're also trying to get them into more and more communities. So it is only a couple of Starbucks to have an experiences and get pain free.
True.
And with that, go ahead. We had one more thing. Okay, so the whole thing is we're out of time. So I gotta thank everybody. I know time goes quick when you're having fun, right?
Love it.
So here's the thing. I gotta thank everybody for coming on. Bill, Barry, Nicole, Howard, Terri didn't make it because she was stuck in traffic. Rachel, she's probably listening on her couch having bourbon. Who knows? Linda Steele's training, and everybody else is out there floating because it's it's almost October, so it's a lot of things going on before the end of the year. So I got to say this. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Have a good night tonight. A better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, tell them about Barry's Energy Lounger and Bill's Restroom Kit. And then you know what? It's Nicole in Canada, too, because she's got that great show. And Howard always has his love signal. Tell them, give them one of your smiles. If you have one, give them one of your smiles. We will see you next week. I'm Brian Sebastian. See you next week. I'll be lost.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
All righty.